Hey, my true tellers, happy blessed Sunday. How are you guys doing? Yes, indeed. I see Miss Wu is in the house. She says, good afternoon, Lady D in chat. My girl Starbucks, she says, welcome everyone to Unapologetic Real Talk. Linda is in the house. She says, hey, Lady D, aka Unapologetic. Yes, real talk and chat finally caught a live. And also my girl, Miss Sapphire 9800 says, happy Sunday, everyone. Guys, welcome, welcome, welcome. I am excited for the day. Like I said, there is this right here. We going to get to the bottom of all the stuff that is going on because I think, enough is enough. So let me go ahead and load my music down. So, like I said, in here, we are grown folks. We ain't got time to babysit anyone, to tickle anyone ears. If you cannot stand the heat, then you go ahead and get out of the kitchen. Okay. So, as you can see right here by the title, guys, this right here, as you can see, when it comes to social media, man, social media is what I call, I mean, this is a beast, okay? And it's also a spiritual warfare. And what we're going to do, guys, I'm going to give you some principles showing you, and it's simple. It's simple, simple, simple. You don't have to spin around. You don't have to go to any psychics or stand on your head or pay any money. Trust me, it's simple, simple, simple to reverse whatever someone is trying to do against you. Yes, it will form, but it won't prosper. Just like in the book of Isaiah, what the book of Isaiah says. Let me see if I can go ahead and find that chapter where it says, "Though it form, but it will never prosper." Okay, so let me see right here in Isaiah 54:17. It says that no weapon formed against it didn't say that it was not going to come, okay, because it's going to come. Like I said, there are people that are assigned to your life, which I call them spiritual pythons, assigned to your life to make your life a living hell. It will form, but it shall not prosper. Okay. It will form, but it shall not prosper. So before I get into all this right here, guys, let me go and read my copyright disclaimer. And like I said, when it comes to this platform is not for everyone. I tried it, like I said there, I tried it so many times, to try to, see if I can get everybody, but you can't get everybody because only for people that have an ear to hear. Okay. That's why, before, and I'm not going to do it no more. I remember when I used to talk about certain topics and then went ahead and I switched, and started deleting, a lot of my videos, but I'm not going to do it no more. Like I said, I truly believe that God is going to, take full control of all the stuff that is going on. So right here, the copyright disclaimer is under section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowances made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Okay, so also, Starbucks says, please go ahead and hit the like button. Is a great way to support this channel, and it is free. Also, guys, if you feel led, also go ahead and cash out Real Talk 985. Let me go ahead and put this up, Real Talk 985. You are not obligated to go ahead and do it, but if you feel that you are getting fed, you getting information that's on this platform, feel free to go ahead and cash out Real Talk 985. And also, Starbucks went ahead and said, please join the membership for more unapologetic content. Absolutely. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And also shout out to my reliable sources out there that sends me a lot of information because I already know, one of my reliable sources used to say, D, she be calling me prophets. She said there and say all your talking points, she said that, it's like people, they run with it, and when she had said it before at first, I said, nah, I don't think it because, if people was running with my talking points, then, I think that I would get, more people, coming on, but, like I said there and say, when it comes to the word is hitting to those that lost, and people, they love to take your talking points because they wants to call themselves spiritual, but they really not spiritual. They feed off of other people, and that's exactly how we going to identify them because the Most High God is not talking to them. Notice, and I'm going to tell you how one of my good CCs called her Desperate, Queen Desperate. Now, notice I was talking about Ariane and Martell, where I said that, Martell took Ariane to the homecoming and also took her to this big event when they were in Atlanta, when she had dropped those pictures. And then, he decided he wanted to go alone when they were filming the reunion, and lo and behold, they are talking about it as well. Okay. So like I said, God is not talking to these people. You're gonna know when the most high God is talking to these people, because trust me, they don't have to go and snoop and sit on somebody else's channel and run with people, talking points and stuff like that. I see Lady B. Yeah, hey Lady B. Guys, make sure you go ahead and check out Lady B. And mods, make sure you drop the link in the chat. So I think Lady B have her own channel. She says, "Good afternoon, Lady D, mods and chat. Happy Sunday, everyone." So, guys, welcome, welcome, welcome to Real Talk, unapologetic and non-biased. And like I said there and say, in here, we ain't got time to sit there and rock anyone to sleep, because the kingdom of heaven suffer violence, and we got to take it by force. Okay. So, as you can see right here, I talked about this is how I felt led in the spirit, especially when it comes to this particular topic, and like I said, when it comes to love and marriage in Huntsville, a lot of us, we could take a little piece out of it, because like I said, we all been through something, and we all trauma bonded and all trying to attach ourselves to something, but I'm here to tell you right now how to break free. And how to break free, like I said earlier, the ones that's just coming on, you don't have to go to a psychic. You don't have to sit there and go out there and pay or spin around and do certain things, to sit there and break these curses that's upon you. Like I said, yes, it will form. When it comes to all these demonic spirits, they are alive, but it's only a temporary fix. Okay. Listen to what I say. There's only a temporary fix, because only what you do for the most high God is going to last anyway. But we cannot keep feeding into it. That's how it comes alive. It's just like a little bump. You got a little bump on your skin, and you keep picking with that same bump. Keep picking, and sooner or later, it's going to get bigger. It's going to become infected. So anytime when you feed these pythons, because they ain't nothing, okay, but when you keep feeding them, that's when it start growing. Okay, so we're going to show you exactly how to break down these generational curses. Okay, and like I said there and say, I'm in my lane when I come to all this right here. How are you doing, Janice Stark? She says peace and blessings. Okay, also, is that's the name of your channel, Lady B? Yes, her name is Lady B. Yeah, I think she has her own platform. So, guys, if you are a content creator and you come on, make sure you go ahead and drop your link. I don't have no problem, because, like I say, when we all in it together, okay. But we also cannot allow our gifts to be evil spoken of. Okay, so I want to go ahead and I want to talk about this picture right here before I go ahead and get in. Shout out to my girl Opinion Nation, formerly known as Unpopular Opinion. She went ahead and she debunked all the stuff that was happening, because like I said, I don't know why they have a problem, to go ahead and keep their foot on when it comes to Martell. Now, I'm gonna talk about Martell as well, because Martell have done a lot of stuff, but we all have done a lot of stuff, okay? But one thing that when it comes to the truth tellers in here, if it's not facts, if it's not something that we can verify, we're not gonna run with it, because what you are doing is you are out there assassinating people character. Okay, so shout out to Opinion Nation. Make sure you go ahead and check out her channel as well. I think she's doing a series. This right here is part one. I mean, it's very prophetic. I mean, it's very informative. When you leave, you're gonna be asking for where is part two. So make sure you go and check out Opinion Nation, formerly known as Unpopular Opinion. Also I have to shout out my girl. Butterfly, make sure you go ahead and check her out as well. Marcella and Misbehaving, we're going to still keep Misbehaving in prayer. She's going through, but she's coming out because God, He gives the best test to know those that He knows that's going to come out. So whatever you are going through, Misbehaving, I promise you, God is going to see you out of it, okay? Because we already know that whatever that the enemy tries to form against you, it would never prosper. Okay. So as I go on, we want to go ahead and talk about this picture right here, guys. This picture right here is Ariane, and they were upset. They really was upset because first of all, Ariane was with Markel, okay, and because like I said, a lot of people they trauma bonding over this particular show called Love and Marriage in Huntsville, and Ariane and Nell Fletcher. Nell Fletcher, she also one of the cast that's on this show. Ariane is not on the show, okay, which she should be on the show because Ariane, I believe that, I truly believe, not believe, because when you say believe, that means you're guessing. I know that she should be a part of the cast, okay, because the entire show was centered around her, okay. So also, I see where Miss Sapphire say Ariane probably did not have anyone who can watch the children during school days while she traveled. Martell and Mel has family to care for their children because it's job related. I don't know. I don't know, Sapphire. I know that Ariane has a mother, and I think that like I said, they could have brought the kids with them. They could have hired a nanny. Because I'm pretty sure that they could have hired someone, a friend, to babysit the kids, and or travel with them. They could have found. So we're not going to give that any excuse, but it could be so. But let me go ahead and talk about this right here just a little bit because we already know when it comes to some of these content creators, all this right here is a lot of clickbaits. And if these people could sit there and assassinate and still monetize their videos by putting out all that hate, because when it comes to some of these subscribers, some of these people are miserable, they lonely, they don't have no life, and they don't know what it is to go outside and touch grass, okay, where they will sit on their soapbox and listen for all this stuff right here because they have a thirst for drama. And it was very, it was very heart wrenching, when one of my reliable resources, that keeps me informed because I don't go and check out all this information where they were saying that Martel went ahead and he abused Ariane. And right there, I didn't feed into that, but they say, watch the video. I say, well, because by me, I have to be careful. I have to guard my spirit because you don't want all that junk, that garbage inside of you. So I say, just go ahead and give me the timestamp. So she went ahead and she gave me the timestamp, and they were showing a bruise on Ariane's on her arm right here. I don't know what side this is right here. To me, it looked like it's her right side. But they were showing it was like a mark. It was a mark, and some people, they were sitting there saying that it could have been her bra strap. They're saying, well, it's too wide to be a bra strap. And then they were saying, yeah, they was going with the lie where another content creator, I just can't believe that this content creator would even run with stuff like this. And they were all for it. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It is a bruise, and stuff like that. So it took my girl on a popular opinion, and some others, was in there and say, no, that is not true. That is not true. That is not a bruise. It's a tattoos. It's her tattoos. And so it took unpopular to go ahead and show us, because I don't know if the ones that went ahead and put all this false information out went ahead and blur the pictures, because you can edit and stuff like that. But lo and behold, the pictures that unpopular opinion went ahead and post on her community tab, it shows that these are tattoos. It's like you could see a stars or something like that. And by, she's a beautiful melanated god, you can't hardly see it. But, if you zoom it in, you can see exactly what it is. But it's just to show you when it comes to these people. And the one that they said went ahead and put out the video, she was the same one that went ahead and caused all this unnecessary drama when it came to Maurice and Kimmy, called Maurice a cancer hunter. So good and well when it comes to these people. And she's the one that had finally showed herself where she had the camera way, 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 way off of her. And all you can see is a little spot like a little roach on the wall with all this hair just all over the place, and the nails was so long, like how you see those roach legs and stuff like that. See, those type of people are the ones that's going to hide behind the computer and spew all that hate. Because I promise you, if you would put Ariane right there on the side of her, Ariane will run circles around her. Because when it comes to Ariane, honey, Ariane is a beautiful, natural, melanated queen. Beautiful. All I just wish that she would know her worth, because she is a very beautiful natural queen. Okay. So, like I said, all the stuff that you've seen out on social media, all this right here is clickbait. Is all about monetization. These people, they not even worrying about even melody. They're not worrying about melody. I promise you, if melodies leave today off of that show is still going to go on long as there's drama, because they know that when it comes to drama, drama sells. Okay. So now that I had gotten all this out the way, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna and like I said, make sure you share these videos, comment, and try to see if you can get this video, especially when it comes to all this right here. When I'm talking about, hold on, guys, I'm dropping things. Try to see if you can go ahead and get it to Ariane Curry, okay? Because I truly would love to be her life coach. Because I'm here to tell you right now, when it comes to Ariane Curry, you are coming out of this. You are coming out of this. But the only way that you're going to come out of this is simple, 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 is that you have to sit there and stop feeding these people. Okay, because what you see right now, it is a spirit of a divination spirit, which is with witchcraft. The spirit of divination, it is a python spirit. You know what a python spirit is? Also known as a spirit of witchcraft. And like I said there and say, yes, it will form, but it will never prosper. And as when it comes to Martell and Ariane, they just sitting on it. And while they are sitting on it, these demons, listen to what the spirit is saying. These demons are working overtime on them, because all they doing is just sitting on it. And how they fighting is they trying to fight evil with evil. You cannot feed these demonic spirits by sitting there trying to fight evil with evil. I'm going to tell you exactly how to stop them. Okay. You don't go and say, because first of all, when Ariane had dropped the pictures of her and Martell, she backed them in a corner. She had them upset. But when she came back and she had posted a picture, I think it was Melody's security guard, and also she came on Instagram with her son. Then she gave him a extra win. She put life back into that. But the best way to sit there and fight those demons is to succeed. Show them how you can be successful, because they don't like when you're successful. They don't like when you succeed. Like I said, when it comes to your enemies, your biggest, you need them. You need your adversaries, because they are your biggest advertisers. They are the ones that will push you into your destination. So you need your enemies in your corners. Okay. So when you start being successful, start coming out with businesses and doing things that's going to leave legacies for your children, I promise you, and stop worrying about what they are saying out there, they gonna flee. They gonna get upset. So start sitting there doing something that's positive, that's going to put money in your pocket. Doing some kind of business. And she's very beautiful. Like I said, when it comes to her clothing line, she came out with it first. Her lip gloss. Start doing something like that. But the only way that you can hurt them is that you have to hurt them in their pockets, because we live in a kingdom. Listen to what I've said. We live in a kingdom that operates under law and order. So we under a kingdom that operates under law and order. And one thing that we know about this kingdom, which I call Babylon, they love to enforce their laws. They don't have no problem, they do not have no problems to enforce their laws. So when they coming after you with all this false accusations, just like you see how they went and they talked about Martell being abusive, that's right there, that's defamation. Because, especially we already know when it came to how they arrested this guy over a 2-year receipt, trying to attach DV to him, which they couldn't. That's only communication, whatever, sending pictures to Melody. That has nothing to do with DV. They wanted a DV charge. They wanted it. But like I say, when it comes to that Piara, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. They couldn't attach that to him. So they need to just go ahead and let it go. But they need something to attach to Martell, because they want Martell out. Now, the only reason why they want him out, because they know that now when it comes to Martell, he's waking up. He say, "Tell my real story, or just go ahead and fire me." Okay, so the only way to hurt these people, because like I say, we live under a kingdom that enforces the law. They have no problems to force the law. So hit them where they hurt. Hit them where it hurt, and that's in their pockets. Start sending out cease and desist letters. I promise you, it's going to shut them down, because they scared of the white folks. They scared of the white folks. I had posted something like this the other day. Let me see on my community tabs, guys. Make sure you go ahead and check out my community tab, because I'll be dropping some jewels when it comes to my community tab. Let me see if I can go ahead and pull this up right here, where I had posted this right here of Malcolm X, and this is what he said. Let me see if I can go ahead and read it. I got to use my phone because I can't see it off my computer. But he said right here, they will pay one of us to unalive one of us, just to say it was one of us. Like I said, old Massa don't have to do anything anymore. All old Master have to do is just sit under his tree, drink his lemonade, his beer, and just watch us, because he know now it's embedded in us, and that's the only way that you can break these demonic spirits off of you, because it's just a temporary fix. Is to renew your mind, change your mindset. It's just simple, 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 simple. It's nothing that you have to pay for. People tell you, in order for you to get all these demonic spirits, this witchcraft and all this stuff off of you, you got to go and pay thousands of dollars, or you got to spin around, or you got to go to some kind of soothsayer. No, all you have to do is renew your mind, change your mind, and I promise you, those chains is going to come off of you. Okay, that's simple. Can't get no simpler than that. And a lot of us right now, we are wondering why we are battling, generational curses today. We wondering why we are sick, why every time, it look like when I take one step, it look like I'm thrown back 2 steps, and why I keep going through, because of those generational curses that attach to you. You cannot think that you can go around and sit there and talk about people, children, these demons. Yes, I'm not telling you no lie. These demons are talking about babies because what they are trying to do is the devil been doing this since the beginning. He always was after the children because he know if I can go ahead and get to the children, then I can sit there and I can stop the next generation. They go after the babies. Even in the Bible, they always went after the children. And that's why Jesus always said, touch not my anointing, do my prophets no harm. Whatever you have done to the least, and I'm paraphrasing it, whatever you have done to the least of my children, you have done it to me. These people are sitting there talking about babies, talking about this girl's child. And we already know when it came to Martell, even Martell said, when it comes to Ariane, Ariane is a good mother. Her daughter is a straight A student. And now they want to sit there and they want to talk about the baby. And the only reason why these demons can sit all day and talk about this baby because they trying to sit there and get a reaction from Ariane. And Ariane does not have to come out and prove anything. Listen to me. Ariane does not have to come out and prove anything because the ball is in your hands. The ball is in your hands. You can shut it down right now. Just like you had shut their mouths when you dropped those pictures when you was with Martell, you can shut it down right now. Keep winning, keep soaring, keep being a woman of excellence. Start thinking about what type of business that I can sit there and create. And I promise you, when you create that blessing, that business, God is going to bless it tremendously. He's not going to be like those jokers that you see soon in a minute when they pull out all these different businesses, so many different businesses trying to find to see what's going to stick. Then the wind gonna come and blow it out because they build it on sinking sand. You can never build a solid foundation off a material possession because it's like building on sand, on sinking sand. And what's gonna happen when you build off on sand? The wind gonna come and blow it. But I'm here to tell you right now, this right here is the year of harvest. And you listen to me right now, Ariane. Start building your business. Start showing them how you are succeeding. You don't even have to say anything because sometimes we roll in silence, but let them see how you building, how you making businesses. And I promise you, God is going to bless it. Okay. God is going to bless it because these people, like I say, they have a python spirit. These people are called divinations. Divinations are the type of people that they have a form of godliness. Oh, they'll say, God said this, God say that, but they deny the spirit of God. They has no power. They has no power. That's why they can come on here and snoop 42 people in the house and only 21 likes. Because what they are doing is they're trying to take your talking points. They don't like you. They don't like it. That's why I said there and say it don't bother me if you subscribe, unsubscribe. It does not bother me at all. Because whether I have two or three in here, I'm still going to say the same thing. So that's why they can come in and don't hit your channel, don't hit like. But I know if I don't like something, I'm not going to go and visit them. I'm not going to go and visit them, but they need your talking points because the Most High God is not speaking to these type of people. Okay. But order for Ariane to break those chains and come out of this right here, stop feeding these people, start sitting there being blessed, start doing some things that's creative. You very creative, okay? And Martell got to do his part. God is giving you 2 months before this year is out. Because, like I said, this right here, and I'm speaking directly to you, Martell. God is only giving you 2 months, not even quite 2 months, to sit there and make it right by Ariane. Now, I feel in the spirit that you guys might be married, but you show the world that you are married. Don't hide your wife. If that is your wife, or that's who you want to spend your life with, then you're gonna sit there and you're not gonna tuck her under some lamp bush. You're gonna put her on a lamp stand so the whole world can see her light. You can't sit there and hide her under a bush or under a lampstand. You're going to have to sit there and put her on a lamp and let her light shine, because no way in the world, all the stuff that had happened to Martell, no way in the world, if he is with Ariane, she should have been on that plane with him. I don't care, just like I said yesterday, even if she had to stay inside of the hotel and order whatever food that she wanted to order, and when he come back from work, because it is a job, we just don't know how to separate this reality show from these people's personal life, but this is these people's job. Okay, it's just that these overzealous fans, they are the ones that had allowed it to be evil spoken of. Okay, but it wouldn't have hurt even if he wanted to bring her in the dressing room. It wouldn't have never hurt if that's the one he wants to spend the rest of his life with. It's no problem with that. If they are married, put your rings on. Stop fronting. Now, maybe they might be playing it out. I don't know, because they are on this reality show. So it could be that the spirit just put this in my spirit right now. They playing it out because, they on this reality show. And they know if they will put the ring on, then they're going to start running ahead of the story. It could be that. Because if they would have came out with their rings on, then we will be making 101 video about Ariane ring. Oh, the ring is too small. Oh, he finally made her a wife. That's good and well, because the people, the type of people that we are dealing with, like I'll sit there and say, when it comes to our people can, they do a lot. They do a lot. It's just sad. It's horrible how our own people, and just like with Malcolm X, he came out and he said it's our people would do the most, and not all skin folks. And I'm gonna see if I can go ahead and get it right, because I always go ahead and butcher it. But not all skin folks are kin folks. Just because they look like us, that don't mean that they for us. We got a lot of wolves in sheep clothing, and we just got to be careful how to separate the sheep from the goats, But I'm ready to move on. I don't know about you guys, but I'm ready for a solution. It's time for us to sit there and move on from all this right here, because one thing that I know, when it comes to all this right here, there are demons. There are demons that are assigned to your life to make your life a living hell. And you're going to know them. You're going to know them. So when you out there and you jumping from channel to channel, and people sitting there telling people that, oh, don't forgive that person, continue putting your foot on that person, that's not the act of God. That's the act of a devil, because God gonna say, let go and let God. God gonna sit there and say, forgive them and let go. Now you don't have to let them back in your circle, but you still can forgive them, because you holding all the grudges and all the animosities. And these people, as you can see, they are going on with their life, and that's why I was kind of upset when it came to Ariane and Martell, because when they showed those pictures, how happy they were, it could have just stopped right there, because that's how God works. While you out there worrying and getting sick about somebody else's life, they enjoying their life. That's the part that I wanted to see. That's why I want to see, when it comes to Ariane, I want her to start her businesses. Yes, you can start your business. And I'm telling you right now, this is the time of harvest. This is the right time of harvest right now, where God is going to bless it. And the reason why God is going to bless is because we got so many demonic spirits. We got so many people that's looking for your downfall, but they are the ones, the more dirt, the more dirt. Listen to me. Listen to what the spirit is saying right now. There's a seed you can put in the ground right now, Ariane. Put the seed in the ground right now. Don't fight evil with evil. They got dirt slinging on you, and they going to cover that seed. If a person is a garden, let me go ahead and slow down. If you know anything about garden, a farmer, when they take a seed, a small seed, and they put it in a ground and they take dirt and they cover it. So it takes dirt. So the more dirt, I know some of you guys that have spiritual ears know exactly what I'm talking about, okay? Because I'm talking where even a child can understand. You don't need a PhD for this. The more dirt that they are slinging on you, the more that God is going to bless you because one going to water and God is going to give the increase. So let them talk, let them sling dirt on you because the more dirt that they slinging on you, God is going to elevate you and you're going to see a harvest. So don't give these people something to go and talk about. Allow your gifts to be even spoken of, which we talked about that all the time. We talked about a lot of people right now, they are pregnant, spiritually pregnant, but they can't give birth. Every time when they give birth, the baby is stillborn or they have a miscarriage. That's why they don't mind going to the slaughterhouse because they know they're not going to be able to give birth anyway. So they might as well go ahead and do what they're doing. They don't have no problem going to the slaughterhouse and taking away what God has given. So if you can go to the slaughterhouse and get rid of what God have given, what makes you think that God is going to bless your hands? You are walking right now with a still birth. A stillbirth cannot give full term to your pregnancy. You can't because you allowed that gift to be even spoken of. That gift's supposed to bring you joy. And I'm telling you right now, Ariane, God wants to allow you to give birth to that baby. And I promise you that baby going to be fruitful, that baby going to multiply, that baby is going to bring you blessings. And I know you guys, some of you guys don't understand what I'm saying, and you don't have to understand. Why, Ariane? Because you are the ones that sitting there putting all the energy into her. You the ones are allowing your gifts to be even spoken of. And the one thing that I know that how God does not bless mess. Because God is not the author of confusion, but of love, peace, and of a sound mind. So the more that you slinging dirt on someone, all you're doing is elevating that person. That's all you're doing is elevating your person. And that's why you're afraid. That's why you got your army out there spewing all that hate. Grown women, seasoned women out there trying to set traps and snares for a child. For a child. Make it make sense, guys. Make it make sense for a child based off of a reality show, based off of social media. Make it make sense. Because what they are trying to do is, all they're trying to do is elevate one person. Like I say, that one person that you're trying to elevate, every time when she builds something, the kinker worms, the palmer worms, the locusts, and the caterpillars come and clean it up dry. Clean it up dry. Every time when she builds something, somebody else end up taking it away because she allowed her gifts to be even spoken of. You guys sat there was making 100 and different videos, wasn't even making videos, just putting it on a community tab, thinking that it's going to make people jealous. Nobody is jealous over mess. Oh, Melody is on TikTok, and I want to see Melody blessed. Bless her, but remove her. Because if she don't want to be a part of this show, then she should not be there. And nobody is going to just film around Melody. Nobody's just going to film around Melody. But yesterday, they was quick to sit there and put on their community tab Melody and Nick Cannon, because they're saying that she's gonna have someone big. I'm thinking it was gonna be her idol, Beyonce. That's what I thought it was gonna be, Beyonce. Oh, somebody big. I'm thinking about Beyonce because they talk about this, the Beyonce internet. They compare her with Beyonce. She had Nick Cannon. And we already know who Nick Cannon is. This man got 20 babies around here with 20 different wives. But like I said, birds of the feather flock together. Not to mention when he was talking all about this conscious stuff, had this conscious man to come on, this melanated king come on, and he was agreeing with this melanated king. But somewhere in a minute, the power that be told him to shut up. They buck broke him. They buck broke him. They bend him over. And you know what they did to him? He started talking back like them. He never was able to shake that off because he wasn't true to himself. So miss me with Nick Cannon, okay? He been buck broke, okay? That's why he could go around and impregnate so many different women, okay? Miss me with that. And you guys want to run with that. And then the thing about it is that you guys want to talk about, oh, when it came to Stormy last night when she was with Carlos King, because they was jealous. Oh, that was boring. No, it was boring because she wasn't faking it. Like you can hear when y'all queen come on, yang, 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 all that extra stuff. She didn't do that. Stormy got to the point. And one thing about Stormy, Stormy does not have to prove anything. She don't have to prove anything. She said what she said and she meant what she meant. And I thought it was a fresh breath of air. I enjoyed every bit of it when Stormy was there because she got to the point. And she also talked about these overzealous fans. And I truly believe that's why now, when it comes to Carlos King, hold on, guys. Let me get something to drink. That's why I think when it came to Carlos King, he given every last one of them a platform, some, to speak because we never knew anything about none of them because he put all his eggs in one basket. When it came to Melanie, was trying to lift her up. But one thing I didn't like when, Carlos King, he's so quick to call out Marcel when it comes to comparing him to Melody. You might sort of stop that, Carlos, because it's not going to be any more of no Marcel and Melody. Because we already know when it comes to Melody, how she emasculate the black man. And if you want Marcel to do a scene with Melody, then you also gonna have to bring his wife with him. Because we already know when it comes to these type of perverted spirits, they hate the black man anyway. And they hate family anyway. That's why they can sit there and get these type of people on to sit there and try to come against families. No, it's not going to be like that. Oh, Melody and Marcel, they got good energy when they come together. Miss me with the BS. Miss me with the BS. All you guys is sitting there some thirsty trolls and looking for something to sit there and with a gotcha moment because you hate this beautiful melanated queen, Letitia. And you will do anything to sit there and try to drive a wedge between Tisha and her husband because you hate to see black excellent. So let's go ahead and play this right quick.
You know what? Nah, that's that free Tisha. Free Tisha. You shouldn't have showed me that. God dang. Oh, you shouldn't have.
So why would they want to see Melody and Marcel together so she could sit there and talk about his wife? Make it make sense, guys. Make it make sense. Why would they want that type of scene? Why would they want that type of scene? Make it make sense. And then when they was talking about last night, they brought up Miss Wanda's name. Like I said, Miss Wanda, she had legitimate reason why she said what she said because the way that they was coming after Tisha, and not only they was coming after Tisha, they was coming after Miss Wanda's business. We showed you the clip of all that. Melody started all that. Because first of all, Melody was not invited to Destiny's event. She only went there because she wanted to tear down, which she did do that. She did do that. But let's go ahead and play it again because now what they want Melody to come and throw a wedge between Marcel and Tisha, because we already know Marcel and Tisha doing good with running with their legacy. The scope belongs to the Holtz and the Scotts. Now you've seen Marcel dropping his license, letting them know that they about to build in Georgia. So they doing great. Sometimes you got to move in silence. They are leaving legacies down for their children's children. And you think that this freaking reality show going to destroy what God has blessed, what God had put it apart? Devil, you is a liar. And the truth is not in you. So let's go ahead and play some more.
Because how dare you? As a man, if you see DV,
that's not fair. That's
if
not
you
fair.
see
No, that's not fair.
DV
That's not
in the
fair.
person,
That's
yes
not
it
fair.
is. You should be like, it shouldn't be no freedom, man. I should kick your ass up in this damn.
Now, what she said, Saint Melody talking to another woman's husband, I should kick your tail. I should kick your tail. And I hope they talk about this. I promise you guys, I hope they talk about this at the reunion. Because nowhere in the world they should have had a scene where Melody already emasculates Martell, and now she wants to emasculate Marcel. And you guys sitting there saying these two have good chemistry when it comes to television. Make it make sense. Like I said there and say, you got to see who are the ones that's pulling the strings behind the scene, these perverted spirits that hate marriages. They're all about destroying the black man and the black woman. Make it make sense. And if I was Tisha, I would have found it very offended. You trying to sit there and say, on the way that it is excited when you see my husband with another woman. Make it make sense. Like I say, they're a bunch of perverted spirits. Let's play some more.
Store. You know that energy you used to text, you could have hit me on my cell that you have and said, hey, Mel, are you and the children good?
You know what response I would have got? You know what response I would have got?
You don't know what response
I know what response I would have got. I know what response I would have got. Who is this?
I have your number in my phone.
I think that while we're in rebuilding, we look out and we try to stay in lanes.
And why? Tell me why does she have his phone, his number? Why? Why does she have his number? And miss me with this, they all on the show, this is their job. We already know how this woman roll. So if you know is a snake, and even when it came to Tisha sat there and say, Melody, you might be beautiful on the outside, which I sat there and say, peel the layers, the makeup and the wigs and the filter. She will look like any basic, you know what. But what did Tisha say? Tisha say, Melody, you got a dark soul. Didn't Tisha say that? So if you know that Melody has a dark soul and how she roll, why would you want your husband to film with her? And the only reason why they pick Marcel is not because it's good entertainment. It's because nobody else wants to film with her. Tell the truth and shame the devil. Nobody wants to film with her. She has no storyline outside of Marcel. And if she did have a storyline, why is she building somebody else's house when she got a house she should be building called Nubian Streaming, whatever the heck it is, on Amazon? And I'm going to say allegedly. It's just what was told to me, okay? But like I said, didn't say, make it make sense. Let's go ahead and play a little more.
I feel comfortable texting you about what's going on with this right here, especially if I text you before about other stuff. Now it just seems like nosy and I'm fishing. And so,
well, why don't you tell your wife to text me?
See, look, you see that? You see that? You see that? But that was right, what she said. Like I said, we're going to give right where right and we're going to give wrong where wrong. Melody was right. Melody say, why you didn't tell your wife? And that's where I hold Marcel at. Because Marcel got a lot of arrogance in him as well. Like I said, I'm team right. I stand on my truth. I don't pick and choose. I don't go wherever the bandwagon is going. Marcel, it was wrong. Marcel shouldn't have never been there. Because right there, what he's doing is he allowed his goods to be evil spoken of. Just say right now, if Marcel would have called Melody, because we already know Melody got that snake like move, because she is, according to my observation, she has a divination spirit. Now, she has a divination spirit because she's the type of person she was called God name out and still sit there and curse in the same breath. Still got unforgiveness in her heart. That's what you call a divination spirit. They will say, Lord this, Lord that. But God will say, get from behind me, Satan, you work of iniquity. I never even known you. But she was right when she said, why you didn't have your wife? Well, she was being sarcastic because she disrespects Tisha. And that's why Tisha running miles ahead of her. Tisha not jealous of Melody. If anything, she's upset the way that you guys are downplaying her. I would be upset too. The way you guys are downplaying her. This girl got not 2, but 3 degrees, 2 masters, and 1 bachelor's. And I know it's hard because I was going for my master's in business. And it's very hard. Especially when you got a family, you got to go to your kids' events and, take care of your house. Well, woman, that's a good woman. That is a freaking good woman that would take care of her children, go to all of her kids' events, their recitals, take care of her big baby husband, a big baby man. That's what he is, a big man baby. Marcel, a big man baby. Because no way in the world that he should have been sitting right there without his wife. Because we already know how Melody rose. Who would say that little small table? Because, like I said, she got a snake-like move. These people are pythons, vicious, vipers. She's not a scorpion for nothing. She's not a scorpion for nothing with those snake-like moves. Who would say she would have put out that Marcel was calling her just like she did Martell? Martell texted his wife. He didn't send no videos. He texted his wife and told his wife to leave me a freaking alone. But she took it and she twisted and saying that the man was harassing her. And that's why they got him for harassment DV, and I might be pronouncing it wrong. Harassment communication. Yes, that's what it is. But who to say if Melody would have received a text message from Marcel and fed to her overzealous fans that he's been calling her, and making it evil spoken of. And this man most likely was calling her regarding to some things that's going on this reality show. You got to be careful, especially when it comes to these Jezebel spirits. You have to be careful when it comes to these Jezebel spirits. No way in the world I would have my husband filming, and anybody that gets joy and get kicks of seeing those 2 together, they ain't nothing but perverted spirits. They hate marriages. They hate unity, a man and a woman. So they would do anything to sit there and get this type of stuff on display for the entire world to pick it apart. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Let's go ahead and play some more.
Her too.
Hey, check on me.
And then by the time we got the information, we heard it was 2 years old.
It don't matter when it.
Yes, it does matter. Marcel told her. Marcel said they say it was 2 years old. I told you. So go run with this. Go run with this because I got 50 people in here and only 35 likes. 50 people in here and only 35 likes. But that's all right. That's all right. Go run with this. Go run with this right here. Because like I said there and say, it's time for Melody to go. And if Melody does not want to go, make her a villain. Make Melody a villain. And I promise you, she going to be running. She's going to be running because Melody does not cut those checks. Melody does not run this show. And Melody does not have a storyline outside of Ariane and Martell. That's why I said there and say when it comes to Martell, Martell got to do right by Ariane. You can't keep hiding her under a bushel. That's scripture. That's Bible. You can't hide her under a lampstand. You got to put her on top of that stand and let her light show. Let her light shine. Don't worry about what these haters and these naysayers, because they slinging dirt for you to grow. For you to grow. But you got to make it right. You got to make it right. So let's go ahead and play some more. Let me read it. Let me read this right here. Let me read some of the comments. Dang, man, time sure passed fast. Look like I just got here. Wow, time sure passed fast. Checking your boo say why it is folks have to check on her when she avoid the calls and keep changing her number. Why can't she be humble and learn to check on folks? She is selfish because she wants a moment. Because she wants a moment. That's why. She wants a moment. All this right here, this girl is extra. She can't act. She can't sing. Nobody wants to film with her, and that is my opinion. Like I said, not everybody is going to put on that pink pedestal and paint a beautiful picture of her, okay? Because I think that she, just like Tisha said, she has a very dark soul. And nobody wants to film with her. And that's why when it comes to Marcel, Tisha going to have to check him. Tisha going to have to check him. Okay?
That's the dude you choosing to be friends with.
That's the dude you chose.
That's the dude you knew him before I knew him. You knew him before I knew him. You knew him before I knew him. Going for it, because I feel like we trying to all go for it, and we say
I feel like you're not trying to go for it.
Oh, yes,
I feel like you're trying to hold little bitty small stuff. When we go for it, like 1 second, but we make a statement. Next second, we invite you to the expo, and now you come here, you all been hurt about this statement, and I was praying for you in that statement.
Going forward, what I'm asking is that y'all give me the same courtesy that I give y'all, which is when people ask me certain things about you, Tisha, Scope, anything. I don't have anything to say.
You see, now you know good well.
When have we ever jumped on and just got
That's a bald-faced lie. Let me stop that right there. That's a bald-faced lie. That's a bald-faced lie. If she find out anything about Tisha and Marcel, she's jumping on her trauma bonding train wagon and feeding it to her fans. This girl did everything that she possibly could do when it comes to the Scott's family. If she could have pulled up the kitchen sink and threw it at them, she would have did that as well. This girl ran off of information to destroy their marriage, Tisha and Marcel's marriage, off of YouTubers. Tisha asked her, where did you get this information from? Mel, where did you get this information from? I got it from YouTube. Go to YouTube, just because she tossed her marriage away because of YouTube. Because I truly believe if she didn't have this reality show, she would still been in that relationship. They would still been doing what they was doing, going to every you know what. They still would have been doing that. They would have never went ahead, most likely, and did a divorce, because it was no longer a union. It was a business. Yes, I said it. And that's my opinion. That's why they didn't divorce. And then she lied with this fake ceremony as she was changing her name, knowing good and well she didn't change her name, and got all these trauma binding people setting their name. Oh, she's Melody Sheree Rogers or Cherie Rogers. Call her Rogers. She's not a Rogers. She's a Holt. Until the court documents change it, then I'm going to sit there and say Holt, Rogers. But for now, I'm going to say Holt, because on those legal documents, and they're not going to make no mistakes, because the minute they make a mistake, then you can go after them. So if the court documents are saying Melody Holt, then that's exactly what we're going to go along and say. Melody Holt. Okay. So let's go to read this one. Miss Sapphire says, Mel do not want to take it there with Marcel. She knows he knows where all the Rogers bones are buried. And also Mark would have jumped on social media and spilled more beans on Mel and her mother. Absolutely. Absolutely. Look at what Miss Wideback Van did. Drove miles and miles to get, well, I'm not butterfly. You see what I'm saying? I was about to say it. What woman that you know gonna drive miles and miles to be with a man? And I'm gonna say allegedly, okay? And I'm being nice. Happy blessed Sunday, everybody. Come on and hit that like button. Come on and hit that like button. Come in and share these videos for more unapologetic content. I'm gonna be nice. But what woman that you know going to drive miles and miles? And see, they didn't want him Mark on, and they didn't want him Miss Wanda because they was gonna tell it. And see, they didn't want it Mark to sit there and pull out those bones and mess up, Miss Van reputation, a conservative reputation. Like I say, these ain't nothing but a bunch of wolves in sheep clothing. And the tree, the apple don't fall too far from the tree. Make it make sense, guys. Make it make sense. Checking Your Boo said, thank you very much. Checking Your Boo said that she said, I liked the video when I clicked on your video. She said, I liked the video when I clicked on your video. Thank you. Not too many people can say that. See, you have to have spiritual ears to be able to listen to stuff like this, because if not, your ears going to bleed. Okay, so thank you guys for coming in and commenting and having spiritual ears, because some people, their ears are hurting, or they love to take your talking points. Because the God is not speaking to those divination spirits. He's not speaking to them. Uh, Checky Boo says Martell was fed up and wanted her to leave him alone and move on. I wish he would have allowed himself to get calm before texting her that message, though. I hope he stay focused, no distraction. And that's where they need healing at. So guys, make sure you pray when it comes to Martell and Ariane, when it comes to healing. They need healing on not being so distracted, because see, those demonic spirits, those divination spirits, they know exactly how to push their buttons, and they know, when it comes to distractions. And one thing about, not too much of Martell, but Ariane, she can't handle, and they know she can't handle when people talk about her. But people gonna talk. Ariane, people going to talk. If I would worry about half of the stuff that people have said about me, I would be not a billionaire. I would be a trillionaire plus. Let people talk. And you wonder why you can't grow. And the reason why we can't grow, because we cannot handle the calling that we are in. You were picked out to be picked on, Ariane. You were picked out to be picked on. You didn't ask for this. You was grafted into this. Okay? Out of other people toxic relationship. Okay? So if you want God to show up and show out, let him talk. Let him sling dirt, because they watching you. How can you get upset and start acting like them when God had put you over them? You are soaring over them, but you coming down like the chickens. The eagle does not do that. You will never see a eagle coming down with these bottom feeders chickens, picking with the chickens. You will never see an eagle do that. So God has put you up there. And how you got up there, it doesn't matter, because one thing that we know, favor not fair. And that's real talk. So let's go ahead and listen to some more.
Anybody's business.
You have talked about me. You have thrown shade for you to go online while we're beefing and be like, oh, well, what if I have a video of someone's mother? And that's crossing a line.
Mills fans are a group of deplorables. They are like cult supporters. It's yo crazy fans.
Oh,
the army of deplorables.
Whoa. Go ahead.
They are
let you get it out.
absolutely brainless. You have an army of zombies following you. And you know that.
No, how do you know? No,
you have
how
not
do
shut
you
them
know?
down once. You've enabled them to go after.
Yes, go ahead.
You enabled them when you talked about Martell.
So let me say this real quick. First of all, I ain't got to enable a mother. Nobody's sex.
You're lying. You're lying. That girl is lying. And I think Carlos King talked about that last night. That girl is lying. You know good and well that she helped activate this cult, and how she helped activate this cult. And I'm going to say alleging. All this right here to me is for entertainment purpose only. You air it out, you free game. But when they told Melody to dismantle this cult, she came out and she danced and she made t-shirts. She even made a video, put it in one of her songs out there in the laundry room, folding up clothes, saying the millimeters. You activate this cult. So how the hell you can come so boldly? That's what the devil do. That's what the devil do. Guys, can't you see that this right here is demonic? And you guys sitting there wants to paint this beautiful picture. Melody does no wrong. It's time for Melody to take accountability of the stuff that she do. It's time for Melody to take accountability of the stuff that she do. And I hope when they are at that reunion, that they don't sweep all this under the rug like they sweep everything else. They need to call her out. Now, we already know that she activated this cult, and Stormy talked about this. It was one of the millimeters. We already know this unhinged old woman that always hollers she's old, but yet she's doing the most. Was stalking these people, harassing, just to put on her channel for people to kiki and giggle over. We already know that. Stormy talked about that. How Stormy had to stop her business. And she was also, they had put a charge on her, which I think they went ahead and dropped it for communication. The same stuff that Martell was accused of communication. Whatever it is, guys, put it in the chat. I'm tongue-tied now, okay? So let's go ahead and play some more.
You want me to control and shut down people that I don't know, okay?
Oh, now she don't know, okay? But yet, she gets them on TikTok, and she was getting them on her IG and getting familiar with them. And also allegedly, they trying to clean their accounts now, where they were saying even Wyback Van was sitting there talking to him, and we was wondering, because I already told you, the prophets always tell you what's going on, that it had to been someone under the table that was leaking all that information to these bloggers. And I told you God was going to flush them out. Didn't I say God was going to flush them out? And lo and behold, they was out there fighting with each other. Why did you put Wyback Van? Why did you put her in it? And I'm saying allegedly, but that's the text messages. They was going back and forth because they was holding Kiki of putting out information to the bloggers, and they were doing the same thing. Make it make sense, guys. Y'all remember the scene when they went ahead and threw Kiki out, God rest her heart, threw out like disposable goods? Because, you not going to mess up my money. We can't have no one taking information out and feeding it to the bloggers, but you was doing the same thing. And now I'm hearing that they got something going on for December. And all the stuff that these people did, how they harassed and doxed and threatened, causing people to spend unnecessary money, but yet you wants to come together. You wants to have a kumbaya moment with them, which she most likely, I see in the spirit, she gonna go ahead and cancel it. Like she might not now because I don't put it out in the atmosphere. But if she do have that event in December, she gonna be surrounded by these little cheap security guards of hers. She gonna be surrounded by it. You most likely she might not even walk nowhere near them, or she might have some of her little pigeons in the front and just go and talk to them because she's scared of them. Absolutely scared of them. And that's my opinion. And all this right here is alleged and for entertainment purpose only. You air it out, you are free game, okay? You are free game. But she's scared of them. Oh, she needed a security guard. No, she needed that security guard because of you. Now go run with that. Go run with that. She needed that security guard because of you guys. Because she was afraid of you guys. Because she wasn't afraid of Martell. Because she need Martell. That was her cash cow. Why would she be afraid of someone that was helping her to cash checks all the way to the bank? And if Martell don't do right by Ariane, I'm gonna think he a part of it. I'm really gonna think you're a part of it, Martell. Because you playing along with it. You already sit there and say, either tell my story or fire me. And if you sitting there keep hiding Ariane, then you are part of it as well. Long as you guys getting those checks, you guys don't care. Like I say, these people have banked everything off of their pain. Let me play some more because I'm getting myself upset, okay?
While your mother-in-law has been out here dragging me for years, coming at me, calling me all kind of bitches for years.
Because you're too flipped from the mouth. Miss Wanda would never even know you exist if you wouldn't sit there trying to go between Tisha and Marcel's marriage. That's the only reason why Miss Wanda ever came for you. And you guys wanted to get Miss Wanda kicked off the show for something that she didn't even do. Martell, the one, sat there and brought all that information to Dr. Heavily. And she only repeated, just like y'all repeat everything else. But yet you guys wanted to get rid of Miss Wanda. And the only reason why they wanted to get rid of Miss Wanda, because they thought that they could be able to get Tisha without any interference. Because we already know when it comes to Marcel, look like Marcel always flipped the script and looked like he never have Tisha's back. Even Tisha came out and said it. You never have my back. Do you need me to play the clip? I'll play the clip. Because every time when they have this Kuba moment and they all sitting at the table together, he always sides with Melody. When it came with Miss Wanda, he sided with Melody. Well, she shouldn't have said it. She only said it. That's a total difference. You cannot compare Miss Wanda with these overzealous fans of Melody. Because one thing when it comes to Miss Wanda does not go out there and stalk and dox and harass anyone. She does not do that. But Melody needed Miss Wanda out the way because she thought that she could be able to go after Tisha. She know that she couldn't go after Tisha with Miss Wanda in the way because Miss Wanda was there to protect her. Come on, guys. It don't take a rocket science to figure this out.
But y'all can control her. But you want me to control some people that I ain't never met? Get that shit. I'm not doing this in 2024. I'm not doing no shenanigans. I ain't doing no. Like you just told me, I know, you know. So we're not gonna play like that. I'm gonna have to go on that one because that pisses me off.
Relax.
No, I'm gonna have to go on and dip out. Tell your family to keep my mother name out their mouth and keep my kids out their mouth. And this, my people, is the double standard that I'm talking about that exists in this group. Double standard, every way, every which way, all.
Always the victim. She always the victim. Melody, always the victim. Always the victim. And that's why I sit there and say, bring Ariane on. Ariane, you don't have to say a thing anymore on Instagram. If they want anything out of you, make them pay for it. Make them pay for it. If they want anything, you don't have to come on Instagram and talk to these people because I promise you, they're going to make 101 videos because they're a bunch of bottom feeders. But in order to shut their mouths, make them pay for it because you You are that girl. You are the main character of that show. You are the missing piece. And that's why they can't get it back on track. They can't get that show back on track without Ariane. That's why they can zoom in. Look how they zoom in. Zoom in, trying to find anything on her. Look at that. If I was not, and then the thing about it, I was reading some of the comments. Oh, talking about her. Oh, she this, she that. And this is what the content creator had told her. Well, look, you don't have to be here. You don't have to comment on it. If you see anything about Ariane, you can just go somewhere else. If I don't like a person, I'm not going to give my energy to. These people have given Ariane so much energy, where Ariane just don't know how powerful she is. Girl, you are so powerful. These people have set you on a high pedestal. And the only one that can shake you down, and that's God. They cannot shake you off it, because what they did was they allowed their gifts to be evil spoken of, and they rose you there. They didn't do like Melody. Melody went out there and stirred a pot and got these trauma binding people. Don't know how she got them out of darkness, which is just a temporary fix. It's not going to last. But when God build you up, no devil in hell can prevail against it. No one can sit there and close a door what God had opened. So God had opened that door for you, Ariane, and all you have to do is walk in it. This is your season. You know how that song say, "This is my season. Walk into your season." Something like that. Temper LeBlue say, "Always side with the traitor." They always do that, but that's all right. That's all right. Yes, Ariane is powerful, very powerful. So I'm guys, come on and close me out, country girl. I'm done. Um, Checking your boots say, yes, Ariane is powerful. They can't get enough of her, so make them pay for her expression and services. Absolutely. Make them pay, Ariane. I'm gonna close out with that. I'm waiting for my girl, country girl, to go ahead and close me out. Somebody close me out. But make them pay. Make them pay, because the mantle is in your hands. Ariane had over 2K in her live within 5 minutes. Imagine if she used it positively. Absolutely. 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 They need her, because Ariane is the gift that's keep giving. But this time, honey, it ain't gonna be no freebies here. She done gave enough freebie. She gave enough freebie to Melody. Melody was not have what she have today if it wasn't for Ariane. And she gave enough freebies when it comes to this show, Love and Marriage in Huntsville, because it was built off of infidelity, okay, off of the back of them, okay, and that's real talk. So I see my girls in the house. Davita James, she says, speaking hard truth and facts, Lady D. Yes, indeed. Tina says, blessing to all. The Martis isn't in your hand. The mantle is in your hands. Absolutely. So you make sure you go and get this video out to Ariane and let her know that, hey, don't sit there and be the gift that's keep giving. Make them pay. Make them pay, because like I say, these people love money. So make them pay. God gonna sit there and gonna bankrupt them. That's what he gonna do, spiritually and physically. Bankrupt these people. She always bragging about Martell wanting her back and all these men wanting her. Like, she gives side chick vibes and competitive, which makes her envious and jealous of others. Absolutely. Play her hand. Like I say, call these people bluff. So on that note, guys, you all be blessed and enjoy the rest of your day. So you all be blessed and happy blessed Sunday.